Timely and appropriate medical care may mean the difference between life or death, whether during war or peacetime. Medical evacuation is the process of transporting and providing essential medical care to any sick, injured, or wounded person to or between medical treatment facilities. Before the patient can be transported, a medical evacuation, or MEDEVAC request, must be prepared in accordance with appropriate radio-telephone procedures. The MEDEVAC request may be written on any available materials. Brevity codes and information from the Signal Operation Instruction, or SOI, must be used to properly fill out the MEDEVAC request. The unit leader will provide you with the location where the patient should be picked up. Encrypt the grid zone letters and 8-digit grid coordinate of the pickup site on line 1. The radio telephone operator will provide the call signs and radio frequency.
Your frequency is 3455. Your call sign is Echo 4 Victor 905.
If the radio telephone operator is unavailable or ineffective, you must use the Signal Operation Instruction to locate the call sign and frequency of the MEDEVAC station in order to transmit your request. Your frequency and your call sign will also be found in the Signal Operation Instruction. Record your frequency and your call sign on line 2. Insert the word break between codes as a reminder to release the push-to-talk switch on the handheld microphone. You must encrypt and report the number of patients to be evacuated by precedence category. The precedence category codes are Alpha, urgent; Bravo, urgent surgical; Charlie, priority; Delta, routine; and Echo, convenience. Record the precedence category on line 3. 1 Alpha, break, 1 Bravo means that you have 1 patient categorized as urgent and 1 patient categorized as urgent surgical. So that any special equipment required can be placed on board the evacuation vehicle before it leaves the unit, encrypt the appropriate brevity codes. Alpha, none; Bravo, hoist; Charlie, extraction equipment; Delta, ventilator. The code Delta on line 4 indicates that a ventilator is required. The semi-rigid litter is normally carried aboard the evacuation vehicles. So that the vehicles dispatched can be configured appropriately, record the number of litter patients and the number of patients who can be seated on line 5. The code 1 Lima, break, 1 Alpha indicates that there is 1 litter patient and 1 ambulatory patient. Encrypt the security of the pickup site. November, no enemy troops in area. Papa, possibly enemy troops in area, approach with caution. Echo, enemy troops in area, approach with caution. X-ray, enemy troops in area, armed escort required. This will assist the crew of an aircraft or other evacuation vehicle in determining if assistance is required while it is en route and in planning its approach. Papa on line 6 indicates that enemy troops may be in the area. To assist the crew in identifying the specific location of the pickup, encrypt the appropriate brevity code to indicate the method of marking the pickup site. Alpha, panels; Bravo, pyrotechnic signal; Charlie, smoke signal; Delta, none; Echo, other. The color of the panels or smoke should not be transmitted until the evacuation vehicle contacts the unit just prior to its arrival at the site. The crew should identify the color and the unit verify it. Charlie on line 7 indicates that a smoke signal will be the method of marking the pickup site. The nationality and status of the patients being evacuated are required in order to determine the destination facilities and the need for guards. Alpha, U.S. military; Bravo, U.S. civilian; Charlie, non-U.S. military; Delta, non-U.S. civilian; Echo, enemy prisoners of war. The number of patients in each category need not be transmitted. Encrypt only the appropriate code. Alpha on line 8 means that all patients to be evacuated are U.S. military personnel. Nuclear, biological, or chemical contamination is included on line 9 only in wartime and only if NBC contamination has occurred. In peacetime, provide details of the terrain in and around the proposed landing site. Describe relationship of site to lakes, mountains, or towering buildings. This is of particular importance if hoist operation is required. Include line 9 only when applicable for NBC in wartime or to describe the terrain in peacetime. As a minimum, the first 5 lines must be provided in the exact sequence listed. We will now transmit a 9-line medical evacuation message.
Whiskey 5 X-ray, this is Echo 4 Victor 9er 5. Medevac request, over.
Echo 4 Victor 9er 5. This is Whiskey 5 X-ray. Send your message, over.
Line 1, Hotel Delta 40254635. Line 2, Tree 455. Echo 4 Victor 9er 5. Line 3, 1 Alpha 1 Bravo. Line 4 Delta. Line 5 1 Lima 1 Alpha. Line 6 Papa. Line 7 Charlie. Line 8 Alpha. Line 9 Wooded with open field, over.
Echo 4 Victor 905. This is Whiskey 5 X-ray. Roger, over.
Whiskey 5 X-ray, this is Echo 4 Victor 9er 5, out.